Today's episode of The Jobber's Delight is brought to you by the PWL Podcast 915. Just Too Sweet. And Dope Hands Massage. The Trillest Hands in Texas.
What's going on, everybody? I am your host, BC Dan. Today, filling in for our usual host, Arthur Wine the Professor, who unfortunately has food poisoning, which he must have had some bad Chicos or something. Today, we got a special guest, man. Everyone to have him on the show. He is the owner and connoisseur massage therapist, mobile massage therapist, Mr. Dope Hands, the Trillest Hands in Texas. Dope Hands Massage, Texas. What's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, man. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, of course, man. This is Jesse, everybody. Jesse Avelar, everybody. Jesse, my boy, man. What's going on? Well, today, man, we're supposed to get Artie on here because I really wanted to talk about the Aggression Era or from WWE.
Right.
Because I want to segue into the John Cena final match from that, but we'll get to that later because I want to get your opinion on this. I'm really interested.
There's a whole lot going on in wrestling lately, right?
A lot of controversy with that finish, but we'll get to it in a minute, man. Let's talk about what do you remember about the Aggression Era, man, back then?
The Aggression Era from when I was watching it, it was like the transition from the Attitude Era.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
The Attitude Era was like the for a lot of us, right, the peak of wrestling at that point, because then you had the whole Monday Night Wars, the whole WCW going back and forth. ECW was up for that, and then you had the end of that era, and then that's when you get, you know, the golden boy of the GOAT. You get John's introduction.
Exactly.
Brock Lesnar came in at that time. So you see, like, I believe what Batista too came in at that point.
That class was stacked. I think, to tell you the truth, man, I mean, back in the 80s, you had people like Hulk Hogan, you had Junkyard Dog, you know, stuff like that. But and then in the Attitude Era, of course, you had Undertaker, you had DX, you had Stone Cold and The Rock. But those guys were already kind of like in the biz, you know, coming up through the indies and stuff like that, and then finally making it to WWF at the time. But this class was coming out of OVW at the time, which was Randy Orton, Batista, Brock Lesnar, John Cena. I think who else am I missing here? But that whole Aggression Era had Test, had Edge, had Christian. I mean, the roster was stacked.
And I believe, like you mentioned, like back in the 80s, it was like the gimmick wrestler, right?
Yes.
Had the flash, the flamboyant colors, the Macho Man.
Very cartoony.
Right. And then you had the transition to where that got stripped down, but you have like characters like the Undertaker who can still carry that gimmick because that's your gimmick.
Exactly.
But then to have like you mentioned Test and even like the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, Hardy Boy. That's right. Hardy Boys. That's right. The Hardy Boys. They came in like
Hardy Boys had that big
Attitude Era.
That big Christian and Edge beef that was going on with the whole Lita deal. So it was like.
Because that at the end of that of the Attitude Era is when it was the Aggression Era, of course, and that's when, of course, WWF had bought out WCW and they bought out ECW. So you started seeing talent from their pool coming into the Aggression Era.
So then you got those dream matches, right? Like what if you know this guy went up against the ECW guy?
Yes.
Now you get that match and it's like it was stripped down because you have the McMahon control of it, so it's
exactly
a little bit of control for Heyman to be like, all right, I'll let you do your ECW, but
it wasn't full ECW.
Right, we're still gonna run at the McMahon machine.
Exactly, because they killed a lot of characters, in my opinion. They killed like the Taz character. Taz was a beast in ECW, and for him to come, like, he started off hot, and then
they put him in a box, and then you go to a commentator. Like
exactly. Like they had him like he started getting too popular, and I don't think Vince McMahon wanted that at the time for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I think it could have been money, you know. But
and I feel like it's like I was watching something earlier with Roddy Piper and McMahon. It was McMahon was on Piper's Pit, and he was asking him like McMahon was asking him about the Kiss My Ass Club.
Okay.
And Piper was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like,
yeah.
Piper flipped it on him. Like, he went off the script.
Yes.
So he's telling him, he's like, look, I'll give you credit, bro, of what you created in this world, this world that we live in. I'll give you that credit. And that, you got to give him the credit. He's like, he has a vision to where he could pick a guy and be like, you're going to be the one.
Exactly.
Just like John Cena, I picked you to be the face, because really after that, before that, it was Hogan. Hogan carried that image of wrestling for so many years.
Ever,
so he even passed away. He still carry that image. So it's like now you have Cena to be like, I'm gonna give you they're gonna be the guy. And it's like for him to carry that, it's like you have a vision of creating these guys who can be like the next. I'm gonna give you here, but I can push you to the top.
Yeah, and what's crazy to me, like during the Aggression Era, is when they pushed Edge as a singles competitor.
Right,
and he's the superstar.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, he became champion, and like it's kind of I don't know. I guess I was so used to back then seeing him in a tag team with Christian, and all of a sudden for this guy to win the belt and stuff, and it was interesting at the time to me. It was like, wow, it's kind of weird because I'm so used to seeing Edge as a tag team guy, and he's coming out now as like he's the regular superstar with Lita, and he had all these rivalries.
The Hardys, where it was like you always saw them together. So when you see a tag, when you split them up, and then you see them go individually do their own thing, like what was holding? Were you holding me back, or was it just like what was the vision for this? Like,
and in my opinion, with the Hardy Boys, I think Matt Hardy was more successful in a singles run than Jeff Hardy.
Sure.
That's just my opinion. I know Jeff Hardy did pretty good in TNA.
Yeah, he had a good TNA run, a great TNA run.
It was cool. And then when Jeff Hardy came out as a singles competitor in TNA, then Matt Hardy came in and brought his gimmick, the whole delete gimmick. That was just ahead of its time at the time.
A lot of people got lost in that gimmick.
Yes, the delete.
I was one of them. I was like,
you, and
I was like, but you're losing me in these storylines and these bits. I'm like, or in these promos, and I'm like, where?
Yes.
You lost me, bro.
That was crazy.
Like Bray Wyatt, like you're way ahead of that point to where right now we're seeing you as Matt Hardy. We're not
exactly
as the whole delete character.
The whole delete character, exactly.
Then catches on and you're like, oh, now I get it. Like
yes,
like I caught on a whole lot later, but it's like you're way ahead of your time.
Exactly. I think what the problem, the only issue I had back then when WWF bought out WCW and ECW is that just exactly what you have pointed out about the dream matches. Like I always wanted to see Goldberg against Brock Lesnar when he first came out.
Right.
I think that would have been so cool, man. I mean, because when Lesnar came out, he was a beast.
Yeah, I feel like you cheated us out of like those matches early on, and then you gave it to us like now.
Yeah,
knowing that they can't go full speed. Even
exactly,
they still can, but it's like you can't give me a Goldberg match. Like, can't give me any more Goldberg matches, bro.
Nah, man.
Like,
I heard the horror story of the Saudi Arabia match between him and the Undertaker, and I heard it was horrible. Like two senior citizens going at it, man.
And you almost killed the guy.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, like, bro. At this point, you have a bad reputation in the ring to begin with. Like,
yes.
At this point, you can't go as fast to give us the speed. So it's like, why do you continue to give us those matches?
Exactly.
Even the one that I did want to see, and I was like, was the Sting and Undertaker match.
Yes.
When I knew Sting was coming into it, I was like, yo, we're finally gonna get that Sting and Undertaker match. Like, we're finally gonna get that match, and that's the one I feel like we got cheated out of.
Big time
fans for sure.
Yeah, I remember back then, when WCW got bought out, I remember everybody right away like, oh man, I hope Sting comes, and Sting comes in. Sting Undertaker. Be like, oh, it would have been a great match
for sure.
But for some reason, I don't know why. And I mean, I think about it now. For when I was watching WWE at the time, like I don't know why Vince McMahon had such a hard on to bury the WCW guys. Like when Sting fought Triple H, he made him lose at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I think that was messed up because, like, dude, I mean, Sting is Sting, bro. He's an icon. He's a legend, and I mean, don't get me wrong, Triple H was cool. He's a cool, character at the time. But,
right.
dude, this guy's he's up there, man. And
I
for him
feel
to job out to Triple H.
When they say it's best for business.
Yeah, exactly. I get it, man. But I mean, sometimes
business. So, like, is it your business, like your personal business, or your like actual business?
Yes,
Because
exactly.
it's like actual business on paper, it doesn't make sense. As a wrestling fan, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
As a personal, I get it, bro. Like, like I finally got you, and I'm gonna bury you. Like,
yes.
Like,
yeah, it's just that whole.
Now I got your character in my little ring.
Yeah, there you go.
Guy to bury my, the guy that's married into the family to bury you, bro. I'm gonna just
makes sense. That's a great point, man. Very good point.
You're gonna lose the match, bro. And then for him, it's like, all right, like I'm in here, like I'm finally in WWE. So if I lose, cool.
That's it.
Like, in order for him to put himself over like that, like, all right, cool, like I'll lose.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
But we all know who won that match. Like,
that's an excellent point, man. Excellent point. What other rivalries did we have back then in the Aggression Era? I like when John Cena came out with his when he reinvented himself as the Thugonomics John Cena. Whew.
When he first came out, I was like, who is it? Like, when he first came out to against Angle, right?
Yes.
When he first came out, I was like, who is this guy? Like, that time I wasn't really in the independent wrestling part of it. Really, the only independent I got was like ECW and then TNA. Like, that's really what I got as far as independent wise.
Yeah.
And when I saw this guy come out, I was like, who is this guy? Like, and then to see him go from that dude to the hustle flow that Thug
hustle flow to respect. Yeah.
And that's why it's like, that's why I give it, going back to McMahon, you gotta give him that credit because he has the vision and the team to like create this package of a character for everybody. And it's like, and it doesn't work for everybody because we've seen a lot of characters where it's like, well, it's like really fast, and it's like, what happened to this dude? Like,
but exactly.
For him, it's a character that just stuck. Like he really got it and was like, I don't roll with it, and it took off. Like it took off.
Bars, man. I gotta admit, the guy had some bars, man. He had some hilarious raps or diss raps are awesome, man.
And then it goes back to for him being like he's on the mic. Like when you give him a microphone, let him go. It's like him and CM Punk. Like when him and CM Punk go at it on the mic, it's like they're promos and they're in the ring back and forth. It's like, oh, it's classic because he can go. And he's one of those wrestlers where if you fumble, he hates you. He's you're done. Like you cannot fumble on a promo or going in on him because he's gonna eat you up. And it's like, I think that's what makes him so like longevity wise, right? Like he goes so long, and that's why he's gone for so long. It's like you can wrestle and you cut the promos, and a lot of guys can't do either one.
They do either one or the other.
Yeah, and it's like you got to be able to do both, right? At least as a wrestling fan, like an old wrestling fan, because it's like that's what you grew up on was a promo. The vignettes that they would cut before the match, like the whole Papa Shango and Ultimate Warrior. Like you see those, and it built up to the match. Like you wanted to see who was gonna come out on top of that.
Man, some of my favorite promo machines from back in the day, and this is like early wrestling when I was like a kid, man, was Michael Hayes with the Freebirds. Michael P.S. Hayes was the bomb on the mic, man. God, you could cut a promo, man. And of course, Ric Flair, bro.
Wrestling at this time, like
yeah, right, man.
Like
Ric Flair's another one, man. Ric Flair is, man. I love watching his old NWA days. The old Turner stuff, and he comes out wheeling and dealing and limousine riding and
Dusty Rhodes. If we go back,
Dusty Rhodes is another good one too.
Came out with that fur coat, and it's that's why you see those guys, and then you see going back to Cena, you see what those guys have paved.
Yes,
you take a bit. You gotta take a bit from each person in the industry to be like, okay, this is how I can be even greater than what these, I'm taking from what they showed me and putting it to myself. Like Cody Rhodes is a beast, and to see him be repackaged, right? Like you come back from Stardust to these crazy gimmicks, and like now look at you, like. So you have to go through, like you took it on the chin, bro. You took,
and I give credit, a lot of credit to all these guys. Some of these guys that come back to the indies, man. If it wasn't for the indies, these guys wouldn't rebrand themselves. I mean, look at Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's a perfect example.
Right.
You know, he went to the indies for a while, man, and then he went to TNA and took that. He elevated that character. Cody Rhodes, same thing. He all of a sudden he quit, and then he's in New Japan with the Bullet Club. And then he comes back to AEW, and then goes back to WWE. But his character has like elevated. Also, it's like it's awesome
to see them shine the light on the indie.
Yes,
like, to show like the spotlight on Ring of Honor and these other companies of like, oh, like New Japan.
Yes.
Like, now you pay attention to their characters and what they got going on.
Exactly.
Like WWE and signing and going with the AAA wrestling, right? Like.
Yeah.
Now it brings in the Mexican, like the luchador wrestling, to a wider frame to like not know those characters. Some of those characters we see here at the indie shows, right?
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like, I've seen you, and now I'm watching you on WWE. And,
we saw Psycho Clown, man, at here at the Borderplex, man.
Oh, that's right.
And I saw him on TV.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit. I saw that dude, like he was like right behind me, man, jumping up on a chair and going crazy with the crowd and stuff. It was cool, man.
And now I see you on TV during signing with WWE, and you got merchandise now. And you know, it's like
exactly
so cool.
Exactly.
So dope.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think the Aggression Era to me was like it was cool. It was kind of sad because like not sad, but it was like kind of like you said, man. It was the end of the Attitude Era.
And I feel like it was hard to watch at points, and I feel like a lot of people at that time maybe stopped watching wrestling.
Yes,
already on their way out. Like I'm cool because at that time I want to say TNA was on the cuff.
Yeah,
and you had these guys like other wrestling companies going on. So it's like, and at that time Cena was the guy. So every time it was Cena's gonna win. It was like at a certain point, you got tired of seeing Cena win.
That's true. And the only issue I have, and which we'll go a little bit into this, and we'll go back to the Aggression Era. I think WWE dropped the ball in making Roman Reigns and John Cena heels too late. I think they should have done it when they were hot, man. You know, when they were expecting it, because they always wanted John Cena to do a heel turn. I remember like hearing the rumblings that he needs to turn, and he didn't want to. You know what I mean? But this kind of reminds me of like Hogan, man. Hogan did it like perfect, dude. You know, he saw that like, people weren't liking him anymore, and that's when he just turned on with the NWO. That was so awesome, man.
And it was like I think I saw one thing on the Undertaker where he was like that too. He was like my character was getting stagnant, and it wasn't. So I had to come out as the American Badass and these other characters and shit.
That's right.
Mankind was also. He's like I came out with Do Love and all these other characters because
Jack.
I got stagnant. So for Roman Reigns and John Cena, we wanted that heel turn.
Yes.
Like you got it too late.
Yeah.
Where it's like it was cool, but it's like
the payoff would have been better if they would have done it back then. I think
really had that momentum at that time when you were like sizzling hot. That heel would have like. I believe like a Triple H heel turn, right? Like
there you go.
It would have been huge. It would have been huge. But you did it too late, and then the heel turn wasn't so great.
Yeah,
but the baby face turn is like better. Like just that was working for you. So it's like just leave it that way.
I also think during the Aggression Era, I think they did that the WCW Invasion angle at the time.
Yeah,
so, I mean that kind of was it felt kind of stale. I think the ECW reunion was really badass. I love that because I was always a big ECW fan back in the day. And when I saw that WCW guys you didn't have like the core, man. You didn't have Sting, you didn't have Hogan, you didn't have Flair, Nash.
And then I think you had Eddie Guerrero was popping. You had Chris Benoit.
That's right.
Like the Toothless Aggression.
That's right. That's right.
And of course he's not gonna get mentioned because of what he did, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta give him his credit for doing what he did at that time period.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
with the WCW guys that he had left to work with. It wasn't a whole lot of guys to work with then. So then you got the ECW part. It's like my favorite match. Like one of my favorite matches was John Cena versus Rob Van Dam.
Oh, dude, that's one of the best entrances I've ever seen, dude. When Cena goes in with the belt. Oh, dude.
That one sign that says if Cena wins, we riot.
We riot? Yes, dude. That's like so classic, bro.
Classic. Right. The whole build up, the entrance, the whole it was you can't recreate that. And it's
no way, man. There's no way you could do that again, ever.
No.
But it was so awesome though, man.
And it was a great match. Like
yes, man. It was
one of those dream matches, right? Like my top guy against your top guy.
Yes.
My top guy just happens to be RVD, and it's like, right, exactly. And you got your babyface Cena, of course. Like, let's put him in the ring and see. Even the both of them on the mic was just amazing. Like,
they're great.
Promos on John Cena, like, just tore his whole character down and broke his.
Big time. but like another promo machine that came out of ECW was Taz, man. Taz was beast, man, at promos, man. He was so badass, man. He was so badass.
And then you keep him in a box, and it's like, why? Like, and I feel that's like what's best for business. Is it personal business or is it really business?
Exactly what you say. I like I said, man, I completely agree with you with that, because to me, I feel like Vince McMahon feels like if he didn't create the character, and it doesnn't count. You know, these people shouldn't be allowed to like cheer for these guys. You know, they're not in ECW anymore. They're not in WCW no more. They're here at, in WWE. And I mean, I get it. It's a business thing, man. But at the same time, you're kind of like cheating the fan at the same time.
And I feel like you still hold on to that character image where it's like the 80s. Like, I'm gonna give you this ridiculous image character, and you're gonna break it, and you're gonna make it work. If you want it to work, you're gonna make it work.
Exactly, man. But who else was big at? It was Aggression Era. I'm trying to think who else, man. Oh, that's when Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit won the world championship at that time. Also, that was kind of crazy too, man. I mean, that was like, oh man, it was so cool. You know what I'm saying? Because like you actually saw like two WCW guys win a title, man. You know, and a major title too. It wasn't like no
it wasn't like a
title or the 24/7 title.
It wasn't a cruiserweight title. You won the strap, like you carried that strap, and to see Eddie Guerrero come out of that era was like the whole Latino heat, the whole lowrider, the whole image.
Yes.
And then for him to like the frog splash.
Yes.
Like, and then the matches that he had with Chris Benoit were classic matches.
Yes.
But the matches with him and Rey Mysterio at that time were amazing.
Oh man, those are great, man.
Yeah,
and those go back even to the ECW days, man. Those matches like that, man.
And I think that's why it's dope to see guys like that work, especially those two, because they have that history.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's like we can mind read each other in the ring, where we don't have to go over our match like over and over. Like, we can just go off the cuff and still like throw a good match.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking up some of the key notes, man, that I found online. And during the Aggression Era, there was the brand split and the draft that got introduced for like the first time. Remember that?
Was SmackDown
versus Raw, or the red versus the blue, you know, kind of stuff like that. I thought that was kind of interesting back then.
With what's his name, Teddy
Long?
Yeah, Teddy Long.
Teddy Long, player.
Teddy Long was a SmackDown runner.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's when Kurt Angle's comedy bits were like they were so hilarious, man.
Yeah, and I think that's what they held on to.
Yes.
Keep that going, because the comedy was hilarious, and they just let him go.
Yeah, I loved it, man. There's one of my favorite bits from Kurt Angle is remember when they play a song, the crowd would chant, "You suck." You know, and then one time he comes out with a microphone and he goes, "You guys better stop yelling that, and I don't suck. And if you keep on yelling, I'm not gonna come out." And he goes, "I'm gonna come back up again the ramp, and we're gonna try this again." The music didn't even start, dude. They start chanting, "You suck."
And he walks.
It's Michael Cole. What's his name? It's Joey Styles and Jerry Lawler on commentary.
Yeah, commentary.
laughing their asses. Like, dude, Joey Styles laughing his ass off. Jerry Lawler's like, oh my God, they don't even give him a chance to walk out, Awesome, man. It's awesome bit. Stone Cold had some cool bits also, man.
And that was one where it felt like he stayed to keep the brand going, right? Like I have to stay here to help you guys because of him and Kurt Angle's, bits that they had going, and then their little storylines, they carried that brand for that at that time.
Oh yeah.
Even with Brock Lesnar was a beast at that time.
Yeah. I just wish. The only thing that to me, like during the Brock Lesnar run, when he would win his rivalry with Kurt Angle, man, I was really looking forward to that one, and it just I think they wrestled at WrestleMania.
It was short.
That was short. Where Lesnar almost broke his neck, where he did that flip, and he completely missed, dude. Oh, dude, if he would have landed that, it would have been so sick, but he missed it, man.
By like inches.
Yeah,
and then you go back and watch it now. It's like so cringe. Like you watch it and you're like, oh, like what?
Yes.
What possessed you to think that you could flip that like that?
Exactly, man. And I was like, dude, for a guy that big to do a move like that was awesome back then, man. It's like it's rare you see a big guy doing that.
And the cool thing it was on the fly. It wasn't like he went up and was like, I got this. And it was like everybody saw him when he was going up, everybody's faces was like, what is he doing? Like, is he really? What is this guy doing? And when he did it, you could see the people's faces in the crowd, like, oh shit.
Then another storylines that it says intense storylines during that era. It was the feud between Edge, Lita, and Jeff Hardy. Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy.
There was like a real affair going on, and
the whole in ring action going on that was with the bed and the whole taking the off. Like,
that was weird, dude. That whole angle was freaking weird to me, dude. I don't know why. It made me cringe. I think I look at it and I cringe, dude. It's just I don't know. I get it. The
line of wrestling, like now it's
man.
Personal, like
I like storylines where like I want to kick your ass or I hate you or whatever, but when it's like kind of like reality like crosses over into I'm not a big fan of that, man. It's
like you can go so far, but it's like on that one it was at that point it was like all the gloves are off, you know what I mean? And then when you see them in the ring and it's like, oh, you're really hitting each other.
That's stiff.
It's stiff. Like you're not holding back. You really cock it back on that one.
Exactly. You can get a receipt.
Like you go. And then you get him in the breakup, right? Like he catch in the moment where he's going through all of this, and it's like you see him physically break. You're breaking him down on TV.
Breaking him down, man.
Yeah, like wow.
The weird one was that we're gonna have sex live on TV angle, dude. That was weird too, man. I was like, what are they doing, man? Like.
What is it, Mark? You had Mark Henry with the whole sexual chocolate
with Mae Young, dude. That was
so. It was like you get that angle, and it's like, what are we? It's no longer. The storyline is just like way offline. Like, you went off the track on this one. Like, what are we going with?
She's pregnant supposedly and gives birth to a hand or some shit or a foot or I don't know what the hell it was. What the hell is that?
And Jerry Lawler on commentary during Attitude Era.
Dude he was the man, dude.
He was classic. Like,
yes, dude, puppies and all that stuff he'll talk about, and
he was shit like 90 years old.
Oh yeah, and dude, you do that shit nowadays, bro. They'll cancel his ass in an instant.
You won't even get that far on the mic.
Nope, at all, man. They'll cut that shit off quick, man. They also talk about like it was a loaded roster, man. They had The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and Kurt Angle. Those are top dogs right there, man.
And then Ric Flair still holding on, fighting at that point, like, going against Shawn Michaels and having, all these angles, even Shawn Michaels still going at it at that time of it, It's like, man, you had a stacked roster, even on like SmackDown had a stacked roster. So
one of my favorite matches from that era too, man, was, and I think it was during the Aggression Era, is when Shawn Michaels came back and he just wanted revenge on Triple H, man, because Triple H was beating his ass all the time. And they had that, I think it was a no disqualification or hardcore match or something. And Shawn Michaels was like wearing the knee pads with the jeans, man, and stuff. And, oh man, that was so sick, dude.
Then you had the Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys. I forgot about. I was gonna mention them. That's right, man. The Dudleys, man.
The Dudleys in the holding on to the ECW.
Dude, putting everybody through tables, man.
Yeah, like even throwing Mae Young through tables.
Yes. That lady was badass, bro. I don't care what anybody says, man. I mean,
like 90 years old
taking bumps, dude. That is insane.
Tables, like throw me through a table. I got it. We're good.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That was the Dudleys were great, man. The Dudleys were so cool. And then you had also Kane and Undertaker as a tag team also at one point. Big Show was there also. You know, one of my favorite ones when Big Show made his debut through Stone Cold through the cage.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Looking from under the ring. That was so cool, man. I mean, man, WWE was so cool back then. I mean, even though they kind of monopolized the business back then, that product was still good, man. Their product was still so good.
I feel like at that time it was a package. Like we're packaging this to keep this brand going to the next transition era.
Yes.
Because the Attitude Era, you had that era to where you brought in the new guys, and a lot of fans were kind of like trying to figure out who we're going to go with.
Yeah.
Then you put the strap on Cena, and you make Cena the character, your go-to guy, and it's like, okay, we got Cena. And then towards the end of that era, then you bring in the CM Punk, right? Like you get the CM Punk, Paul Heyman era, when the whole pipe bomb issues. You have AJ Lee going in on it with the Divas.
That's right.
So, like where again that storyline brings in the reality point.
Exactly, man.
Gloves are off, and it's
to me, like when CM Punk did that, it's like this is what I tell Artie, man. Like, I mean, I love wrestling, man. I've loved wrestling my entire life, but like I'm a wrestling fan, and I just want to see wrestling and wrestling storylines, man. I don't care about your behind the scenes beef, man. I really don't give a shit about that, but
right.
I get it. They want to bring it in, and it's like it's a little too real for me, man. I'm like, it makes me kind of uneasy, man. It's like, hey, man, come on, let's go back to the days where it's like, you're a bad guy, okay, you talk shit, man, or you're a cool ass bad guy like the NWO or something like that. So we bring bombs, and like when they cut off his mic, like to this day, we don't know if that's real or if it's fake. You know what I mean?
Like who was behind that cut, right?
Exactly. It goes back to the Montreal screw job. Same thing. Like who was in charge of that?
And I feel it gets to that point, right? Or what it bubbles, but then again, you have the McMahon button.
Yes.
So it's like I like to see that happen. And for him to be like, okay, well, we can allow the real reality of it.
Yeah.
Even like when what was it? Paul Bear passed away, right?
Oh God! And then throwing his ashes.
Yeah, and CM Punk ran with that, and everybody was
insane,
like,
man.
"Oh, this is fucking horrible. He shouldn't be doing it." It's like, but he's like Paul Bear was like he's in the business, so he would appreciate it. Like, no, we gotta go with it. Like, I'll give my respects to that. So it's like I have a point to where it's like okay with it, but I feel like CM Punk really had like to get that off his chest, right? Because I feel like he speaks for the people. So at a certain point, people were getting tired of it and being like, look, even tired of the McMahon button. Like, we know you're pushing the button. We know you control the brand, but it's getting stale, man. And we're getting tired of seeing the same shit, the same storyline over and over. So we need that CM Punk pipe bomb to come in and be like, I'm out.
Yeah, because that's when he was threatening to leave with the belt or something like that, man. That was ahead of its time back then, man.
And the only one that I've seen do that was Ric Flair. Like, come to WWE with the belt. Like,
that was weird, man. When he came in, I was like, well, you're gonna compete for that belt too, man. I thought that was a WCW belt,
And it's like, and then you had Alundra Blaze do the same thing.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Go to
that was personal. Like, you should do that shit in the trash.
Trash that belt, and it was like, bye. So for CM Punk to threaten it, it was like, he's gonna do it. Like that man will walk out of that arena, like you said, through the crowd with the belt, and I will take it to this other brand and be like,
check me out.
Yeah, like we're back in WCW days again. Like
Got you, man. I'm looking at the defining moments. Of course, it says John Cena's debut and rise to superstardom, which we just talked about, man. I mean, he's the one that came out with the spinner belt.
You put a jetpack on that kid, man, and he took off.
Then Brock Lesnar's rapid ascent and title reigns. Brock Lesnar was a beast, of course. Edge cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase on John Cena.
I forgot about that.
Won, right?
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Then we talked about Eddie Guerrero defeating Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. That was awesome. And I think that same night, Chris Benoit won also, right?
Yeah, and that's when they came back out into the ring and had the confetti falling on them.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And then finally they have the feud, which we talked about between Edge, Lita, and Matt Hardy. That was insane. But yeah, man, it was. I mean, to me, that it was the Aggression Era was from 2002 to 2008. But man, it was. I think, like we said, it was after WCW had gotten bought out, ECW had gotten bought out. But it was cool to see people from those organizations in WWE for a quick moment, man. Because, I mean, I get it, man. You got your big dogs. You got your own homegrown talent. You're not gonna put a strap on Taz. Like put a championship belt on them or a tag team titles on Sean O'Hare and wasn't it Chris Colombo from WCW, which I think those guys are so badass too, man. They were huge dudes, man.
I feel like there's guys on that roster, right, who we feel like should have had a run or a short run, some kind of run.
Something, man, yeah.
Like some kind of run and for whatever reason you didn't, but it doesn't take away their talent or what they did for that era or the matches, even like Spike Dudley, you know what I mean?
Yes. Spike Dudley.
Like he put, even to carry that at that point, like he still gets that credit in that era. Like there's some dope matches if you go back and them, like they're classics. So there's guys in there that should have been but didn't. Yeah. But they still held that era solid for them. Even on SmackDown, like I go back on SmackDown was dope. Teddy Long just ran with that one.
I think there was a point where I think SmackDown was better than Raw for a quick minute.
Everybody started watching SmackDown, and then that's when they were like having to put Cena on SmackDown, and was like, we got to get this back on Raw.
You're on Raw, exactly. But that kind of like the only thing I didn't like about the draft is when they split up like tag teams. Like we talk about how Matt Hardy was more successful, I think, than Jeff Hardy, singles wise. When they split up the Dudley boys, they really didn't go anywhere.
No, and I feel like at a certain point that kind of causes like a division, like a problem. So yes. Or is it like a conversation, like, hey, you know what? I'm tired. I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Then I'm gonna go on my solo run, and you go do your break, and then we come back. Or if we don't come back, it's like So that's when they do that. I kind of get that feeling like one of them's done and the other one's not cool, or they're not on the same page anymore, and it's like I'm good.
Kind of like the Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty kind of thing. Shawn Michaels went to start on Marty Jannetty, just didn't do nothing.
And I think that was crazy to see, right?
Like, back then, as a kid, man, that was like, whoa, they're friends and beating the shit out of each other.
To have that transition on TV, to see like a heel turn, right? Like it was like, oh shit, what happened? This dude they're homies, right? The best friends, team champs, whatever, The Rock, and then he just super kicked this dude, and it was like, oh shit! And it took off like, again, you put the jetpack on Shawn Michaels, and he took off.
Same thing like Cena. Yeah, you're right. Just like the Cena situation, man.
And I feel like, and then it gets to like the Bret Hart situation, right? Like I'm gonna put the jetpack on you, but I don't want to give it. You got to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of how he was, and they fed his ego so big, it's like, well, I'm not gonna do it that way, bro. I don't have to do it here. I'm gonna do it my way.
Yeah.
And I feel like that causes problems or at that time, and you can see it go down the line, right? Like it still causes problems for people to drop the title. Even for Hogan, like Hogan had a hard time dropping titles. Yeah, it's like, drop the title, man. It ain't that bad, bro. You'll get it back. You'll get it back in a couple months, or a year.
Exactly.
Like the one I didn't like when Yokozuna won the title.
Okay.
And Hogan comes out, and it was Bret Hart against Yokozuna, right? And Yokozuna beat him for the title, and then Hogan comes out.
Oh, that's right.
and then beats up Ziggler for the title and gets the strap, and it's like, bro, like that made no sense in the storyline. How do you come out and just beat how do you beat the guy because you're Hogan? Like you got it in your contract that you will get the title however you want to get it, and it's like, all right, let me put the title on you, and it's best for business. Like
exactly. I think they tried that same thing with the finger poke of doom in WCW. Same thing. It's like there was no reason for that, none. And I don't know why they did that. You know, it's like just like you say with Hogan and Yokozuna, it makes no sense. You know, it made no sense at the time, and it still doesn't make any sense.
No, because if you go back and watch the storyline build up, it was between Brett. Like nowhere in there you were in there. Like you just back and wanted the belt. Like is what it was. So we got to give you the belt.
Yeah.
All right, give me the belt.
Yeah, because like we said, I think back then in the 80s, I think Hogan was like the god of wrestling at the time. You know.
The only one that carried the belt.
Carried the belt, yeah. But I mean, like into the aggression era, that's when like they gave opportunities to Benoit, to Eddie Guerrero, you know, to Edge. You know, the only one I was kind of disappointed really didn't get like a shot in WWE was Christian. You know, because I think he was a great singles competitor. Because that's one tag team I could say that both the stars were successful.
But I feel like Edge might have overshadowed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Character because it's like you. Not overshadowed, but like you were just that good.
Yeah, he was good.
Like you're that good. Like even if you look at the Dudleys, like we know Bubba Ray is the good. Like not taking away from Devon, but like if I put you together, even like the Road Warriors, we all knew like Adam was the wrestler guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like we all saw what you can do together, but separate, we know who shines better than the other one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and speaking of Bubba Ray, I remember. I mean, I liked them. Like I said, I liked them as a tag team, as the Dudley Boys. I liked them, but then when they split them, you know, I was like, oh man, it sucks. But man, like Vince tried so hard to push Bubba Ray down our throats, man, and it didn't hit, man. He never got popular. I don't know if it's because of his character. I don't know, man.
We get so used to seeing him as a tag team. We get so, and especially like the Dudleys, like it's the Dudley Boys. We see you together. So, and I feel like Vince doesn't like, if it doesn't work in his machine, then we're not going to do it. We're scrapping this. Even if you're so like hell bent on the idea, like this is going to work. Nah, man. If you said, going back, if I didn't create it and he didn't do it, we're not going to do it. Yeah. So like when Bubba Ray went to TNA, he popped.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's when he became that huge.
Yeah, he had that huge peak, running TNA, and it's like that's what he was trying to do in WWE, but they didn't let him create it, and that's why I feel like when they would leave to TNA, or like when the wrestlers would start to jump and they would go to TNA, it's like, if you were to do that, and why didn't he let you do that? Like, you could have done that in WWE. It would have been, so why did you have to leave here? Yeah. But it's the Vince McMahon machine. If I don't create the gimmick, then we're not going to do it. Like if I I was seeing something the other day where like Bray Wyatt had the idea with the Fiend, and he was going with it, and Vince McMahon
and he put a stop to it.
Yeah, he wanted all hands on it, and it was causing issues, and it got to a point where Bray Wyatt was like, you know what, I'm done with it. I'm getting ready to walk away from this, bro. If you don't let me do my character the way I want to do it. And it's like, to allow somebody to do that, right? Like, you have that much control to where it's like, I want all in. But it's like when you get all in, you screw the character up, bro. Or you fuck up the storyline somehow, and it's like,
technically it was micromanaging the character.
Yeah, then it went completely left, and it's like, well, this made no sense. It's like then it gets to the point where it's like, here we go, it's a McMahon story again, like And now I feel that with the whole Triple H transition, you get that product back to where it's like, there we go.
I think what Triple H messed up was that when he was running NXT, he was running it like an indie promotion. I loved it, because I mean, I saw characters there like, Shinsuke Nakamura, man. I never knew he was in New Japan. Sami Zayn, man. I never knew he was in Ring of Honor. Finn Balor, man. He was a New Japan guy. What's his name? Neville. at the time. He's Pac now. What's his name? What the hell was his name? What was his name? Something. What was his first name? It wasn't Aaron Neville. Aaron Neville was a singer.
He was like an Irish dude, the Irish guy, right?
Yeah, little dude, little guy,
he
man.
Came out with Sheamus.
Something like that. Yeah. No. Sheamus was what the hell was his name? God dang, I'm drawing a blank, man. But anyways, but yeah, when Triple H was running NXT, he was running it like an indie promotion. It was so badass, man. You saw so many cool characters, man. Just good wrestling. And once he got to the main roster, when they moved him up, like he went back to the Vince McMahon ways. You know what I mean? Like his booking and stuff like that, man. And it's a bit. This is what sucks, man. This is what I tell Artie, bro. Like, I'm a wrestling fan, bro, and I love wrestling, but unfortunately, you have to appease to the casual fan. That's what sucks. That's where the money's at, unfortunately, man.
And I feel like you have that division because you have the older fans who grew up from day one, and then you have the new indie fans. Yes. Now, so you have to, like, you got to please everybody, and it's hard to please everybody, and then you have these characters who you put your faith in to carry out that image, right? Like, all right, like we want the old school shit, but we also want y'all to do that new flavor shit too. Or I don't want the 80s gimmick, but I want some, I want some storyline. I want some depth to it. I just want like something that just doesn't make sense. And I feel like now I feel like they get it and then they skip a link. But I feel like it's because you have your friends as the booking people, bro. Like you have the you have the Road Dog as your booking, one of your bookers, and it's like you got your little clique, and then you have Shawn Michaels still.
Michaels in there too. That's right.
I think what Shawn Michaels does NXT, so it's like yeah. So you have that, and now NXT is like a bubblegum version of what you're gonna get to the top.
Dude, are you serious? Because I haven't seen NXT since. I think the last one I saw was when Seth Rollins came out and when he had messed up his knee before WrestleMania, and he invaded Dallas, I think, or something like that, and he came out. That was the last time. But man, that's when that Velveteen Dream on it. That I think it was like Finn Balor's last match. He was gonna go to the main roster or something like that.
I would catch in and out of NXT because I would hear so much about it, and then I was
it was so good, man. Back in, I'm talking about maybe like 2015, 2016 to maybe like 2 or 3 years, man. See, like 2016, 20 to 2019. It was like you're watching our Ring of Honor 2.0. That's what you were watching, because Triple H was doing nothing but getting indie guys, man. He was bringing them in, New Japan, Ring of Honor, MLW, all these cats you never saw, man, and then to bring them on NXT and then never change their style. That's what I liked. They weren't doing the WWE style, man. They were doing still the indie style, and it was entertaining as shit, man.
And I feel like you gotta let them do that, right? Like
yes.
I feel like once you let them get to the main roster, let them keep doing what got them to the main roster.
Exactly, man.
Don't have them slow it down. Don't have them do the WWE package. Let them do what they do.
Yeah.
Because now you see Finn Balor, and it's like you pigeonhole him, bro. Like I feel like you only limit to what you want him to do, but he can really go.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Like even Dolph Ziggler, Ziggler,
dude, that's one that I was so disappointed, dude.
He's one of those where I'm like, let him go, like let him do his thing, and he'll be okay. He doesn't need tag team. He doesn't need a manager. He can do his own thing.
Yeah.
But then you hold them back and don't want to let them, and then they get frustrated, and you wonder what. And when they
want to leave, exactly,
they go on to do bigger things somewhere else, and you're like, well, I'm happy now that you're doing bigger things, but like, man, I wanted you to stay here.
And then they do bigger things somewhere else, and they come back over here to WWE thinking they're gonna have the same momentum, and maybe they'll have it for like a week or maybe like a month, give or take a month or two. They're hot, and then it just goes back down to.
And then WWE brings them down, and it's like, okay, well, we had a nice little run, and then and then you get the tweets later like WWE's released 8 wrestlers.
Yes, dude. Right now, the perfect example right now, and I know we're getting off topic off the aggression thing, but this is a wrestling podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We don't care what you think. Anyways, what's it called? a perfect example right now of a character bringing them down and he's so badass is LA Knight. Perfect example, man. Dude is like, I remember when he was in TNA, man. God, he was great, dude. I loved him, dude. He was a badass heel, you know.
And you only limit it to what he can do, and then they get frustrated, and then you want to talk about letting him go, and it's like you let that person go, and it's like, why? Like, let him do what he's supposed to.
Let him do what he's doing. Exactly. Like, I mean, what goes through your head? Like, I mean, me, if I'm a booker or I'm an agent, I'm thinking, okay, man, this dude came in because of this character. I'm gonna let that character go here on the main stage, man. You know, God knows where we can take this character. I mean, obviously, if it like doesn't hit, then okay, yeah, make the change. You know what I mean? But these guys they're already changing their character once they walk in the door. You know,
like Brock Lesnar in that era, right? When he first came in, it was the hype. Like,
yes,
you got this big beast coming in, then you link him with Paul Heyman, and it's like,
dude.
You put that jetpack on him, and he took off. Like, he outshined everybody that was going. And in any match that you put him in, like the matches between him and Cena were classic matches, man. Like, it was like David and Goliath when they would fight. Like, it was John Cena trying to take this massive beast of a guy down, and it's like two greats.
Yes, exactly, man. Exactly. It was so good, man. I miss those days of wrestling, man, because it was like you said, even after the Attitude Era, you still had the Aggression Era, but still you had good storylines, you had good wrestling. You know, it was just so much fun, man. Then you kind of saw like the passing of the torch of the old guard passing it on to the new guys. You know,
yeah, that was
Orton, Cena, Batista, Edge. You know, all these cats, man. Like, you know, passing it on. It's like these guys are not going to carry the flagship. You know. And that's when
you had Triple H, Ric Flair,
The Rock. Oh, the Evolution was in.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It was Randy Orton, the Evolution. So you had that period going in, and it's like that was like the new, what was it, the Four Horsemen, right?
It was like the Four Horsemen, but it was called Evolution. Yeah, dude, when it came out to Motorhead, man, woo.
And you had that like Ric Flair passing the torch to Randy Orton.
Exactly.
Like,
there you go. Yes.
Like, I'm gonna take you in and I'm gonna show you this. These guys are great, but I'm gonna show you you're gonna be better on your own. Like, you're gonna be the guy. Like, we're gonna make sure McMahon makes you the guy. Like, we're gonna package you to where it's the RKO, but the Legend Killer, right? Like, we're gonna put the pack on you and go with it.
Yes. And that's when the Batista got real popular. He skyrocketed also when he was in Evolution and he turned on Triple H. That was so cool.
Batista and Rey Mysterio matches.
Yeah. Oh, also those were badass too, man.
Like, Batista and Eddie Guerrero matches were great. Like, yeah, you had so many great storylines at that time, and the storylines made sense, and they carried them out. They like really carried them out very well to where they really made sense at the end of it.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, good old Aggression Era was awesome, man. Now I'm gonna get to the part of the show that I've been wanting to get your opinion on this, and I can't wait to hear it, man. The John Cena retirement match. Your thoughts, my friend?
At first when I saw it, I was like, bullshit. You know what I mean? I was so upset with it. At first, I was upset with the whole match to begin with Gunther, because I was like, I didn't understand the Gunther deal. Like,
that's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, I was like, anybody to go like your last match and it's Gunther. Like, I didn't get it. A lot of people didn't get it, and it's like, even I was reading, John Cena's dad didn't even want Gunther to be his last match. I was like, I would have rather seen Cena go against Roman Reigns as a last match. I mean, to be able to see that, but I feel like we've already seen those matches, and Cena being Cena's like, I'm gonna give the next guy the shot. And that's what he's always been about, is I will give the next guy the shot. I give you a fair shot. So at this point, Gunther's the guy I feel Gunther's like the Roman Reigns. They're shoving him down.
Doing that again?
Yeah, I feel like it's Gunther. And then I feel like that's why they split him up with his little buddy. So it's like, we're going to push you and we're going to make you this guy. So we're gonna make you go up against Roman Reigns, and we're gonna try to make you this machine as a legend killer, or the Hall of Fame killer is what they're trying to put him.
Oh yeah, they're trying to do that thing again. I probably heard about that also. That's right, man. That's right.
He took out Goldberg. He retired Goldberg. So then he retired Cena. So now he's running with the whole Cena deal.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the whole tap out.
I didn't like that.
I didn't get it. I was like, why is he tapping out? And at first I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
I was like, because he smiled at it. And I was like, are we being hoodwinked, or is this like really over? Like, did he really? And then when I heard the bell ring, I was like, oh shit, it's over. Like, it's
I completely. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big WWE fan, man, for like a while, but I saw like highlights of that because I mean, it's Cena, man. I mean, I followed Cena back then. You know, I know who he was. You know, I thought his character was so cool. Like, okay, I'm not gonna watch the match, but I want to see the highlights of it, man. You know, because I mean, like the retirement matches that I liked was like, for example, Ric Flair when Shawn Michaels gave him the super kick. That was like so dramatic. It was just the storyline was so great when The Rock beat Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania. That was Stone Cold's last match, and The Rock beats him, man. It was like those two titans at the time, man. And you know, to see Stone Cold, yeah, he lost, man. I get it, but dude, it was so cool. The storyline was great. So I figured, okay, they're gonna bring in this Gunther dude to do the same thing with Cena. And dude, it was first of all,
the Undertaker and the Brock Lesnar retirement, or when Brock Lesnar retired the Undertaker.
Yeah,
it made sense, but
yes,
the storyline between the Gunther deal didn't make sense. I would have rather seen him and Cody retire.
That's a good one too. I would have seen that too.
Because the WrestleMania match they had was dope. So it's
that should have been right there. That should have been the retirement match.
I would have rather had you retire me that way, or even like Jay Uso retire me.
Yeah,
to have Gunther retire and then to go out with that tap out, like.
Yeah, and smiling, dude. Like to me, like that goes against what he says, and it's kind of stupid to say. You know, like sometimes you shouldn't take things so like literal, but it's his motto was "Don't give up," you know, and he gave up. I'd rather him have passed out and like maybe make it dramatic, maybe like kind of like what's the Avengers, man? You know, when Thanos snaps his finger and it just like it disappears. Something like to that effect, you know, like for him just to like, you know,
the Ric Flair match, right? Like the Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels, like when Ric Flair stood up and he was like, "Kick me," like
yes,
and Shawn Michaels was like, "I love you, man," and
bam, super kick.
Yeah, give me a dramatic ending. Don't, and then you want to talk about, because then I saw he was doing a podcast with Cody Rhodes, right? And he was saying like, yeah, I you know did it my way. You know, I give the fans a story, this, that, and the other. It's okay to give up. You know, you gotta give up. And I'm like, wait, no, man. Like your whole motto was never give up, bro. And
exactly.
And you're telling everybody it's okay to
give up now.
Yeah, and it's like you can't. I get the point that you're trying to sugarcoat it, right? But it's like, bro, you shitted on us, man. Like you shitted on the idea that I can do it my way, and I'm gonna go do it my way, and it's like half-assed and shit. Because then like if I don't have the speed, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And it's like, well, you had the speed, you were going at it, y'all were doing fine. So it's like, why did you have to tap? Like how you said, be more dramatic. I would have rather had you like foam at the mouth, your face red, passed out, like
yes.
All right, cool. He went out. He didn't give up, right? He didn't say I quit. He didn't tap out. He just like the 1, 2, 3 in the hand, and that was it. I'd rather have you go out with a dramatic end because the fans let you know at the end of that match how pissed they were that you did that. Like,
dude, it was crazy.
Triple H to come out, and Triple H to come out and got the same shit. Like you sold out. It's like you didn't get like this made no sense. The ending to this made no sense, bro. It made no sense.
Yeah, and then what's crazy, man? Some of these crazy ass wrestling fans, man, like they're going after Gunther like it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? It's like he didn't book the match, dude. Like this is Triple H booked the damn match, not Gunther.
But you know what? I love wrestling fans, bro. Like we're a breed of our own, and we will, you know, some take it to that limit, right? To that extreme where it's like it's not that serious, bro. Like, You ain't gotta go kill Gunther and shit. You ain't gotta
right, exactly, right.
be like, yo, hey man, you retired. See, I'm gonna beat your ass. Ain't that serious? It's
Yeah.
wrestling. It's an entertainment. Like we can get mad and frustrated at the product, but it's the product, man. If at the end of the day, we know what we're watching. We're gonna get frustrated with it. It's like any sport. You're gonna get frustrated with it too. Right? So it's like, but there you are every Sunday watching the pay-per-views, following the storyline, and at the end of the day, you're like, why am I still following this? But it's like I'm into it. You're already sucked into the product of it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like we're so passionate to let them know, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, this is bullshit, man. The way you guys ended it was not right for us. We didn't feel like we deserved that kind of ending. If you felt on paper that made sense, that's on you guys, right? Like at the end of the day, you guys got paid.
Yeah.
But we got shitted on. We got cheated
on. Exactly. It's just like it goes back to, like, I tell you why I stopped watching WWE is when in 2017, Fastlane, Lesnar versus Goldberg, I was like so looking forward to that match. I'm thinking, man, these dudes are freaking big dudes, man. I can't, old school versus new school kind of thing. I was like, hell yeah, kick ass. And then back then, it's when the pay-per-views were like just 3 hours. It was from 6 p.m. to 9.
Right.
So, dude, it was 8:51. I still remember it vividly, bro. It pisses me off, dude. This is like angers me so much.
That's how embedded in your
yes, dude, exactly. 8:51 p.m., bro. And I'm thinking, damn, dude, there's only 9 minutes left. I mean, I guess it's gonna be a short match. You know what I'm saying? Something's gonna happen. Dude, by the time it came out, dude, I just see Lesnar come out, man. Then Goldberg comes out, and then Lesnar's gonna spear Goldberg, hits the pole, throws him in, man. Goldberg gives him a jackhammer. Game over. 28-second match, bro. Dude, that's it, dude. I was like, I'm done, dude. Because like I was already getting kind of pissed the way they were booking shit back then, dude. They were like, dude, I mean, this is I'm not liking the product, bro. It's really disappointing me. I had the WWE network. I was paying for it, like all that stuff, man. And when they started changing NXT, I was like, okay, dude, you're taking something I really, really like, and now you're turning into mini WWE. You know, it's like I might as well just watch the main roster instead of watching this shit, you know?
It's like XFL, like
there you go.
Like you had your watered down product of like the mini one, and then once they got to the main roster, it's like, wow, I already saw this character. Like this character just got magnified now. Now that
exactly. And it's not even the same character from NXT. It's like a completely different character.
We stripped you down.
Man, that's what, like,
rebranded you.
After that, I was just like, that's it, I'm done, dude. And that's when I discovered ROH, man, because they were on Channel 4 at the time. So that blew my mind, dude. I was like, whoa, there's actually different wrestling. This is really cool, you know? But I'll get to that we'll do that on another show, man, for sure.
My cousin had told me about Ring of Honor, and I had never watched it. And I started because I had the same. I was the WWE is like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
like,
I was at the time.
It's a toxic relationship. Like you can't get out of it. And then I love it, but I hate it because I've grown watching you since the 80s, bro. Like all I know is WWE. You know what I mean? And then of course you grow, and then you see the other wrestling companies come up, and you're like, oh, this is dope. Like it's not just WWE. I can watch other stuff, other shit. Yeah. I get mad at WWE. I can switch to like another program and be like, all right, this is what they should be doing, but I'm glad they're not doing it because like. New Japan Wrestling is doing their own thing. So it's like, I'm glad New Japan Wrestling's not doing WWE shit. Yeah. Like when you get tired of it, you can switch over. Yes. But feel like you shouldn't have to switch over. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
You feel like this product should give you everything it should, but it's not, because it's at the end of the day, it's a money scheme. Like it's a money.
Yes. That's all about money, bro. It's all about, at the end of the day, man. It's because like now to me, WWE is a corporation, man. It's not a wrestling promotion anymore. It's a freaking corporation, man.
You got brands, you got everything. Like now,
dude, I haven't seen WWE in a while, but I caught a glimpse of it, man. I saw the ring, and I was like, dude, it looks like a billboard, man.
It does.
I'm like, good lord, is this NASCAR or am I watching wrestling, man? You know what I'm saying?
Like a UFC ring is what it was.
Yeah, there you go, man. Except it's just square. You know what I mean? It's like there's no octagon, but it's like it's crazy. I'm like, dang, man. I guess they're like, because I know TKO bought them out, which I think was like a bad idea, man, because those that are just corporizing it, which unfortunately sucks. You know what I mean? But
and that's what a lot of like when a lot of the older wrestlers like Kevin Nash and these dudes, right? And they speak on it like, hey, it's not them. It's TKO, bro. Like TKO, like, and I think they only got him for a couple, like, I think they're only in on it for so long and then they're out. I don't know.
Jeez.
But it's like like you said, it's a corporation. It's a money pit, man, and we got to brand it and put it out to how we can figure it out. And then we expect guys like Cody Rhodes and these other guys and CM Punk to like carry that brand to like put it over. And you have Randy Orton still, AJ Styles is still pushing. So it's like,
jeez, man.
But he's on.
He's gonna retire, isn't he?
I think he's on his way out, and I think they're gonna have.
I doubt they're gonna assist, but please WWE, don't put him against Gunther, please.
They're already working.
Son of a biscuit.
They're already working that angle. I saw it on Monday night. He was, he came out, ran his mouth about beating Cena, and then he walked him out, right? And AJ Styles was waiting for him by his car. So they're already working that Gunther, AJ Styles, and
God, why?
And then then Rey Mysterio popped up, and they're like, "Well, is it Rey Mysterio and Gunther? Because Rey Mysterio might be on his way out." So they're gonna push Gunther like they push Roman Reigns, and then we're gonna have to either figure it like they have to figure it out, man. They have to figure it out, but it's sad because they have so much talent.
Exactly, bro.
And it's like, why are you pushing? What is it with this dude that you feel that he's the next
big thing?
Yeah, like I don't get it. Maybe you see something that I don't, and maybe I'll see down the line. I doubt it, but I don't like Gunther. Gunther's bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen him, man, but I mean, I saw him a couple of like old indie shows of him, man. I mean, like he is a big dude, but I mean, I really don't see the fascination with him. Exactly like what you say. Like, what's the big deal about this guy?
Because if you look at the roster now, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the program. Like, I mean, you have these guys who have that package to where they're good on the mic. They have the total hit package. It's like, but why don't you give them the push? Like
a shot,
or you give them a push and you give them a short run. Like
that's a good idea too.
Yeah, they gave Jey Uso the belt. You know, they gave it the run. And it's like, if that man has the whole crowd doing yeet and has the whole crowd like at the snap of his finger, like, bro. And then you give him a month of a run and then you cut his run short. It's like, why did you even give him a run? Like, why?
It reminds you of the Jinder Mahal thing when we had that experiment.
That was frustrating to see. And I'm sure that was frustrating for him too. Like, why do you keep janking me around? Like,
and I don't know what it is, man, because I know WWE and AEW does this shit too, where they try to get the Indian crowd, man, and it hasn't worked. It's not gonna work. I don't understand what these guys don't get. Like, I know I get India's like a gigantic place, but they're not interested in wrestling like we are, man.
But I think it's the money pit. Like they're trying to hit that money oil in that industry, and it's
and it doesn't.
Because when
I know they got Jinder Mahal to go down there. I know AEW tried the same thing with I forgot what I think they have like AEW in India or something like that, like the TV show. But all these years that I've never seen it like wow, man, the demographic from India is like really hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like they're bringing in a lot.
The Great Khali.
That's another one.
Like they brought
that's a good point. It goes back to what I say is like they tried that experiment. The Great Khali didn't work. Jinder Mahal didn't work. It's like, why you keep on trying, dude? It's like I rather than try to focus on Mexico.
Yeah, and then they brought in the Jinder Mahal little buddies, like the little.
What was their name? The brothers, right?
Yeah, the Bolly brothers or whatever.
The Bollies or something like the Bollywood boys or something like that.
So it's like you try to tap in and it's not right. They don't catch. They might not catch wrestling the way we do or understand the way we do. And you're trying to package it to them, and it's like they're not really getting it, bro. Nope. But when you go to other countries, they get it. Like they understand.
I mean, wrestling. To me, the big ones, like the big countries that are really like I've seen like the crowds are hot, man. Is like the United Kingdom, Australia, Ireland, Canada, of course. Where else, man? Japan, of course, man. Like I think those 5 places are like the ones that where wrestling is the shit there. You know what I mean?
And where you can package, where you don't have to package it, you just show
exactly. You don't need I mean, yeah, okay, you got Sheamus, but how many times did they send Sheamus to Ireland? To push WWE. They don't.
Or we don't have to send Becky Lynch every time. Like we don't.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You know what I mean? Or you don't send Becky Lynch to what's her name? Who's from Australia? Any wrestler, any of the wrestlers. What's it from Australia? You don't send them down there. I mean, I don't know, man. It's Ethan Page to Canada. You're not gonna move him to Canada, you know, just push him out there. You know, no, you're gonna send your most popular wrestlers because they like the product, man.
And I feel now with Cena out of the picture, it's like who do you have on the roster who you put the jetpack on and say you're the next go-to guy, or do you even put a jetpack on a guy and say you're the next go-to guy?
Yeah, me personally, I don't think it's like that anymore. You know, like I think those days are kind of like getting behind us now because, like I said, man, it's all about money, bro. It's a corporation, man. It's like everything's like this whole TikTok generation. Everything's like fast, you know, fast, and you know they'll throw it on the wall and see if it sticks. If it sticks, great. If not, cool. Then we'll go to the next big thing. You know,
it's funny you say TikTok, right? Because I saw the Undertaker say something about it one day, and he was like, I was walking through the back and I saw, you know, wrestlers doing TikTok videos, and I was like, the hell, man, but put your phone away. We got, you know, business to do. Like, he's like, I wanted to tell him, put your phone away and like lock in, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And he's like, but I have to remind myself, I'm not, like, it's a new generation of what they're doing. He's like, he's like, I feel so weird walking through the hallways now because I see all this stuff, and it's like I can only imagine, bro. Like, now you got FaceTime and TikTok videos, and you got all this stuff. You're supposed to be a match, man. Like, what are you guys doing here?
Exactly. These guys are doing dances on TikTok and all sorts of weird shit, man. And
he's like, now it's a brand. He's like, now you're
there you go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like it's not gonna be like the like just like you said, you know, the jetpack, man. It's like, you know, the passing of the torch. It's like it's not like that no more. It's just it's a brand, and if the brand is good, okay, great. I mean, like for example, I could say like Jade Cargill, she could be a brand. You know, she might not be the greatest wrestler, but I mean, she'll have a brand and she'll be popular with people just because like she has so many damn views on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like with her, because of the AEW background, that's like the push, right? Like that's what everybody's going off of, like the Jade Cargill, and you want to see what she can do. Yeah. But you feel that every time she does something, she's injury prone. She gets hurt.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, when are you going to give us a full run of what you can really do? Like, we want to see what you can do. You're stacked. You look like China, girl. Like, you're ripped. You know, we should be able to see you against Rhea Ripley and have great matches. But you get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
she's damaged goods.
How can we give you the title run when we don't know what we're going to get out of title run? Like,
exactly.
Are we going to really get our money's worth out of a title run for you? And I feel like we don't. And I feel like they give like Liv Morgan a title run and you get your money's worth. Like, you know what you're going to get when you put the title. I think that's why they always give it to Becky Lynch. Like, you know, if we give you the title, we're going to get a good storyline. We're going to get good matches. We're going to get good product. So as long as we get good product, we'll put the title on you how many ever times. Like,
Exactly. I agree.
And I feel like even with Charlotte Flair, like, we'll put the title on you as many times as we want. As long as you give us a good storyline and good product. The fans can get tired of it, but they'll still eat it up. They'll tune in every day.
And then they'll hate her anyway. They'll boo her and stuff. That adds more fuel to the character, man.
We watch every Monday, bro. Like, people are not gonna watch again. It's like we're there Monday night watching what bullshit WWE.
Unless you're me. Unless you're me, bro. We got so offended.
Man, we're gonna see what they give us, and it's like, all right, like, we either take it or we don't. And it's like,
exactly.
Just give me good product, man. I'm a huge wrestling fan, bro. Like,
me too, man. Me too.
Give me everything, bro. I want
hell yeah. Thanks for coming on, bro. It was a lot of fun, man. I mean, shit, I was arguing this year, man, but he's probably puking his guts out right now, man. But we'll chop it up with him, dude, because like you and him, I think would really like get along, bro, because he's an old school dude too, man.
For sure. I'm down to do it again, man. Let me know.
Nice, bro. Yeah, definitely, bro. I'll definitely invite you again, man. Well, you know, everybody, thank you for watching. This is the Jobber's Delight, you know, with our special guest, Jesse Avelar. You know, thanks for coming on, my brother. You know, Artie, get better. And, you know, hopefully, yeah, man, thanks, bro. We'll definitely do this again, Jesse. Appreciate it, bro.
Sure. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it.
See you, man.